definitely shows emotions on both ends, right? Sometimes he's shouting, you know, congratulating his teammates on great plays, but also you can see him get a bit frustrated, slamming the desk. I mean, even in the green room, we can hear him slamming the desk from under those tables. So if you let that frustration show across your team, it can have a little bit of a negative impact.
It can come back to bite you if you get left in those situations where obviously your mentality gets the better of you, you overreact. The things as well, they've always got the potential nods where they have to try and take this more so as, say, a best of one. If they lose the first map, if they let it slip, they can try and reset mentally. If you take it as what it is and go for it for face value, there's always that chance that you're going to have too many mixed emotions to carry on. But it seems like we're getting ready to go live. Yeah,
like I said when Tom came over, I do think this could be a 1-1. I think exceL have a higher chance to win an Inferno than they do Mirage. I feel like Infused T-side on Mirage is so strong currently with the pure skill they have on their roster. Anyway, we are going to be going to the pistol. Already it's going to be careful for 4 players. Jacob going to be the utility player. Actually, BO2 as well. So 2 sets of smokes, probably for Ruins and CT to see if they can even get the smokes off if redsnake has the damage down.
redsnake trying to see if he can lead by example here towards the top of Banana as the push is coming through. A slow contact play seems to be the order. Yeah,
they can set up the smokes now. You can see Jacob running the CT smoke, and they can get BO2 the smoke off Ruin as well. Try and see if they can push back Trials and make it a 1 versus 5 from redsnake. And redsnake has a smoke and an HE grenade and a flashbang, so hopefully he uses grenades as counter nades, try and hold off the push for an extra few seconds and allow the rotation to come in through CT, and that's Aaron.
That's a nice HE going in as well. There's a little bit of splash damage as it transfers the shrapnel across those exceL players. The bomb is going to go down though. Trials misses the shot. Unfortunately, Windansky opens up the round as well as he finds that headshot swiftly towards Trials. redsnake panicking, struggling to stay alive as he gets pushed in from all angles. Eventually, we'll find a single frag. The headshot back on towards Lazar, and he's still alive and kicking right now. They're focusing all of their attention towards him. They start to get the frags. Aaron and Mick will retaliate though as they get left into a 2 versus 2.
Jacob has no armor as well. It's going to be a 2 versus 2. MCK and Aaron, can they take this one? Good after plant here from Jacob towards Banana. They have to force the bomb timer here if they can possibly do it.
They have the raw skill. We know how much damage they can do with their individual firepower. Mick will find that 1 kill as he has to trade out, but the bomb timer is ticking away too rapidly. He doesn't have the kit, takes the fight towards Jacob, and they get the opening round. Windansky feeling the energy off the back of that one.
Yeah, no kit there. There's an issue we saw with redsnake there towards back boxes. He had smoke, flashbang, HE. He uses the HE in the flashbang, but doesn't use the smoke. In that scenario, you can buy kits double flashbang. If you're playing so passive, you're not really going to get anything out of the smoke. If you're playing top Banana like redsnake was, you jiggle peek, you spot the players, you can smoke it, but you saw he was playing so far back that he wasn't in a scenario where he could utilize the smoke to full efficiency. So, no kit for the CT side, man. That retake win in favor of exceL esports. They're going to pick up the first one as you go in round number 2. Map1 and UMP. It's going to be 2 SMGs and 3 rifles for the T side currently. Aaron trying to see if he can find the first frag and open things up.
And with a deagle, you can be incredibly proficient with the weapon, actually. That's one of the things about this Team Infused roster is pistols. They are still quite naughty with Snods. We're going to see close angles. They play more of that looser style and just try and see if they can get the openers. Trials towards top Banana as well. If they don't clear the angle perfectly, if they do try and go for that play, he could actually find himself a kill.
Trials now. Close towards Banana. Flashbang comes in. Close range as well. The CZ should be able to find some damage. The flashbang actually doesn't quite go over, so he's not going to peek just yet.
CZ can rip its way through the opposition. He will find that 1 kill. Trials, the double kill comes out. That is beautifully done.
My goodness, why is the Galil jumping first and the SMG coming behind? Obviously, jumping accuracy on the Galil is going to be awful compared to the jumping accuracy of those submachine guns. Both are there, not happy at all. This is one of the issues of when you're so enthusiastic about winning and then so down in the dumps as soon as you lose a round, potentially anyway. This is a 5 versus 3, but very high highs for exceL and very low lows as the remaining 3 terrorist side players, Map1 double rifle, going to be going versus the stack here. When I say the stack, it's going to be Trials doing 2 kills, and of course, Fry 1.
The flame that burns twice as bright, but for half as long for Boaster right now. It seems he's already starting to be a little bit frustrated, but they can try and reset themselves. It's only 1 round. They've not even let this one slip just yet, but they want to try and win this out. They need to do some damage. Jacob swans his way on towards the bomb site. We'll find the opening headshot back towards Trials. He rips his way through him. They're going to build a little bit of cash, and they have secured the site. They can get that bomb down and chill out a little bit.
14 seconds. Jacob will readjust. The bomb has been planted now. It's going to be the 1-man advantage right now for the Infused, but they have no rifles. Nothing picked up just yet of the dead bodies from exceL. Here comes the afterplant, and they have no kit on the CT side.
These pistols, though, so effective in close range when you can get the drop on the opposition, but in a retake scenario like this, it's going to be hard. They're going to have to try and play the trade game, Snods. And their manpower's already starting to dwindle away. Windansky struggling, though, to try and work out who he actually wants to target here. Lazar will find the frag. Windansky eventually does strike, but they've got control of the bomb site. It's all left on Windansky, and they've scavenged some weapons. They can try and jump on the bomb, force the face, and Fry can get the trade kill and actually win this round out. He takes him down. The reset comes through, and Infused pick up that round off a great opener there from Trials.
Was indeed. Poor play there towards Banana from exceL. Sloppy plays as well. The Galil going first in that scenario. It should be the UMP going first, and then trade kill off of the back of the Galil. Anyway, it's going to be 1-1 now, as the scores eventually equal up, and of course, it's going to be the force spot. Actually, no. So the bomb did go down in both rounds, which means exceL are actually going to be equaling this one. Notice a Kevlar bought just here onto the T side. It's going to be upgraded pistols onto 4 players, but Connor just going to stay on that Glock. Probably going to want utility into the next buy round, potentially. Mac-10 there, retrieved and salvaged into round number 3. So obviously, each kill that you can get, $600 into that CT bank. I mean, 1 kill will merit a incendiary grenade going into round number 4. Anyway, bomb back towards middle. It's going to be a slow default coming up from the T side. They want to see if they can work some picks off of these deagles from Windansky. And if they can, try and open up Arch, try and wrap A potentially that way. I want to try and get a kill towards Pit, but you can see Aaron towards Pit, Fry1 towards Arch. They're not really giving away any advantages just yet.
Connor's already made his presence known towards that B-bomb site as he walked in more of a contact style playing and has been taken down. So they have to try and fully commit to essentially this brute force approach towards that A site. Fry is in position, struggling a little bit, eventually finds his composure as he rips his way through 2 of them on that AK-47. Does fall to Lazar, but the AK's miles out of position. They can't really grab it and try and wield it just yet. They're going to have to overextend. This is where Mick should come in huge and shut down the round right here, right now.
Both the last alive now. Obviously, on a full eco, you want to try and take out 2 guns from the CT side. Obviously, each kill you get is roughly $4,500 worth of investment. You get 2 kills, you're taking out $9,000 from the CT bank. Pretty much 1/3 of that CT economy. Anyway, it's going to be round number 4 now, 2-1 in favor for Team Infused. And the buy will come out right now from exceL. Connor went on the Glock last round. He's only got flashbang and HE. No smoke for him, so I imagine he's bought the HE instead of the smoke for a reason. Probably going to nade top Banana, but we're going to find out in just a second. It's going to be the 5 AK buy come out from exceL. No orbs into play just yet, as Red Snake's actually going to be carrying forward this Mac-10 into round number 4. Aggressive play there towards Banana as they leave 3 here. And actually, the smoke comes towards bottom Banana. They can leave Trials alone now if they want to. Actually, no, they have Banana control. They're just giving it up.
It's very interesting. They are actually going to switch it back up and send Trials back. We imagined he would take bottom Banana control, as then you can rotate off 4 players towards that A site.
We saw Gamba do it at the major, but they'd leave Hobbit alone towards Banana. You send 3 there at the start. You molly top and bottom Banana. You smoke it as well. Take control of it. You leave 1 player there. Hobbit actually was jump spotting towards top Banana, but instead it's going to have Trials just hard facing there towards the smoke. Unfortunately, though, you can see Trials doesn't have a smoke grenade. If he had a smoke, that would have been a perfect scenario because he could have re-smoked it. That's a Molotov, though, and a flashbang just in case things do go south. But nevertheless, it's going to be 4 players grouped up towards T steps from the T side. I imagine it's going to be B control here come out from exceL and try and execute towards Infused B site.
Another late round lurk towards A as well, and Jacob to try and do a little bit of damage towards the middle of the round as they are now making their approach down towards B. The first contact is going to be Red Snake, but he only has that Mac-10 to play with. This is where it could get awkward very fast.
Could indeed. Fake kick coming from Jacob. They're playing the 4-1 style of CS. Tries the flashbang. He's going to use it properly, though.
Connor.
There's a flash.
The flash over so we can go for the peaks, but this doesn't work. The flashbang comes in and counters it. Red Snake gets 1 frag before he goes down. Windansky will retaliate. They're still not running into the unknown just yet, but the peak comes out from Trials, gets on top of Coils, opens himself up, gives the angle towards Lazar. Jacob as well finds that lurk kill towards Fry. It's going to be a 2 versus 4 retake, and there's the man in the back line.
Inexperience there showing from Trials. Gives away the equaled man advantage. Anyway, MCK finds 1. It's going to be the 3 versus 2. They have kits, but only 1 flashbang to try and make this happen.
Nick, flashbang goes over to try and support him and Aaron. They can do damage. They have such prowess with these rifles, but they can't quite get themselves into a good spot. Lazar will get the double kill as he comes out with a hat trick into the round. You've got to get your boasties. This is the thing, Boaster. He is one of those hype players. He needs to get into the most momentum. These are the sort of rounds that are going to get him pumped up again, get that consistency flowing. They need to have everyone firing from all cylinders. Yes. I want to see Connor really stepping up today as well.
It's going to see fans as well showing their supports for these players. But yeah, you are right. We do need Connor to step up on the T side, especially being the entry frag on that T side. We need some early kills, some space being created by Connor's AK. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be the AWP onto Fry1. Good peeking down, Banana, and the smoke comes out. Actually, I believe you can see through this. Jumps on the barrel. Here's the steps from Connor. Peeks out, actually nearly connects that shot there, but will be tagged up to 50. So it's going to be the AWP onto Fry1. 2 rifles on the CT side, an SMG for Red Snake, and the 5.7 there for Aaron. Right now for the T side. 2 Mac-10s and 3 AKs. So I imagine that exceL don't anticipate the buy that Infused have. Probably thought that Infused would be EQ in this one, and then trying to 4-buy into round number 6. Fairly standard default hit coming out from exceL. 2 towards Banana, 2 towards Apps, and Jacob there towards middle. Showing as much presence as possible. Smoke towards Arch. They might even flash out through Boiler, try to get a peek towards mid. They've seen Fry1 play towards Arch many a time. And actually it's going to be RedSnake this time with the SMG. Going to be falling slowly back towards B. One of the issues here right now for Infused is they're giving up so much map control. exceL can fake towards the A site or the B site so easily.
Yeah. The previous rounds where they did have a lot more to play with in terms of their arsenal and their utility, they could take that aggressive banana conduit time. They've had to just concede it, play far back from sight. Aaron's only got that 5-7 as well, playing from pit, so it's going to be very hard. It's only really going to be effective in close range, even though it's more of a one-and-done position that he's going to have to play from.
30 seconds left now on the clock. Bomb going towards Banana. Once again, they're going to leave Jacob alone towards mid, going to be creeping up through Arch. So, with no utility, how is he really going to be able to fake this one? Actually going to be going through CT, trying to come in from behind. Fry, one of the ADBP, going to be tested to his limits right now.
RedSnake did cut off the rotate though, so as long as Fry tries to delay this for as long as possible, they should be able to retake it. They have 4 versus 3 into the round. Fry does damage with the smoke as well, as he's finding these shots. Fry.
4 versus 2 now, as the bomb has been planted. Let's see what they can do. Going to retrieve the AK, that's Connor. 2 AKs versus the Mac-10 UMP onto RedSnake. And already they found one.
Windansky and Connor are the last 2 remaining Ts. They've got themselves into good positions, but they peek out, they swing wide. Mikkel take him down. Connor tries to respond. He will get the first frag, but he couldn't double it up. The spray isn't going to go in his favor, and they do close out the round as they get that retake.
Once again, it's going to be the reset coming out. Battle of the 4 spies essentially here in the early portions of Inferno. 3-2 is going to be the scoreline. Bomb did go down for the T side, so if they want to buy up into this one, they should have a fairly decent buy. Could be maybe 1 or 2 AKs, UMPs at that. Collar's not too happy. You can see the frustration. Actually, I'm not sure. Is that half grin there? Is that frustration? What do you reckon?
I think that's just Connor. He's just always got.
He's always happy, isn't he?
It's just the same. I don't know if it's happy. I think it's just the same level.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, the buy's a lot better than I thought. It's going to be the 3 AKs, 1 Galil, Mac-10 onto Jacob. And this time, Jacob has the Mac-10 and 4 utility, so he can sell the fake a lot better. Anyway, holding in case anyone's going to go towards middle, but actually you see someone jumping towards apartment. So it's going to be the similar default coming from exceL. Holding for the push towards middle. Actually, it's going to be no one there going towards Banana. They are going to be eventually committing towards the A site. Question is, though, are they going to try for an arch wrap, or are they going to try execute from quad?
Heavy aggression towards the A right now with the stance they have set themselves up for. They do have that utility to play with, though.
This is the flash here for quad, but actually there's no one under quad right now, so this flash should be fairly fruitless. Anyway, smoke comes in towards Boiler. They're going to be targeting Fry1's up. Let's see if they can take him.
Fry. And the contact angle to come through, but he misses the opening shot, and they now try and swarm towards the bomb site, hit them fast, and use the aggression to their favor. Mick finds opening frag, but Boaster turns it back on his head as he will get that response kill. Jacob shuts down Mick as well. They're left in a 3 versus 3, but Fry with the timing gets caught off guard, so the 2-player rotate has to come in.
So unlucky there for Fry1. It's going to be the 3 versus 2, and the retake begins. RedSnake and Trials to see what they can do. MP9 here. The angles are so long towards quad, towards pit as well, and balcony. Such an unfavorable scenario. They're probably going to retrieve the AWP and just save this one.
Yep, RedSnake will grab the AWP. They are just going to have to back off. It's not really gone the way they wanted it to, so exceL equalizing once again at a 3-3 scoreline. All of these rounds are just being one off the back of resets, constantly flip-flopping the game.
But of course, Jack, that CT economy is so much more fragile than the T. We saw how strong that buy was after being reset. 4 rifles and a Mac-10. The buy going to come out from the CT side. Obviously, RedSnake can drop over a 2.7k, can drop over a FAMAS. Could get a UMP onto Mick, onto Aaron as well. They could have like a 3 UMP buy, a M4 and a AWP, potentially. These buys here are going to be weak. So far, it's been 4 spies, 1, back to back. At what point, though, is one team going to give?
It's true. Where's that breaking point, and when can we find it? Aaron as well, still on the 5-7 into these rounds. Not really looking too good, but they do have a fairly formidable buy, nonetheless.
No AWP right now. Onto the T side. Lads are going to be wielding the AK. He can wield everything, essentially. He's strong with the pistol, strong with the rifles, and the AWP itself. Heavy play here towards middle. exceL been exploiting the mid play and how weak, I say weak, but how easy Infused have been giving it up. I'm going to try to do it one more time. 5-7 for Aaron. 2 UMPs onto MCK and RedSnake. The M4 onto Trials that saved. And the saved AWP as well onto Fry1. They're going to be aiding Fry1 as well towards middle. Aaron, they're close. So imagine one of those players towards quad is playing anti-flash. Flash comes in, Mick will be blind. Aaron faces, gets 1 kill. Mick chimes in as well, gets a kill. Then obviously you want the AWP, well, Fry1 with the AWP. Try to get the 3rd. Let's see if they can actually manage to do it. Boaster probably going to be lining up the flashbang towards quad. And that could be detrimental to the CT side defense. Bomb still towards T-spawn though, so exceL haven't really committed and delve deep towards one of the sites just yet. So just going to be waiting and feeling out if there's any CT aggression towards Banana, and if there is, if they get that one kill, we might try and go for that. And there it is.
Yeah, they are forcing that utility. They force the first frag as well as they take the peek towards Mick, take him down. Aaron tries to respond, but he's in the close angle, but couldn't do too much as he will fall immediately. Fry is the only kills into the round so far as he gets a beautiful double, but he's trapped. Knows he's getting pushed from both angles and wants to try and retreat and just hold on to that AWP if he can. Just get out of this round as this retake is going to be impossible.
Fry1, he's paranoid to being sandwiched right now from CT. Going to be peeking up towards mid, but actually it's the wrong call to make. Connor towards T-step, should be able to find Fry1 in the back. Or does Fry1 anticipate the play?
Slowly tiptoes his way down with his tail between his legs as he's extending a little bit far out. Opens up the angle, gives the line of sight to Connor, and Connor isn't going to mess about. Will find the kill. He's let that one slip away. They
do indeed. So once again, actually say once again, it's the first time we've seen a team actually string 2 rounds together. exceL finally breaking the bank on the T side. It's going to be 4-3 now. The money reset, and the EQ going to be coming out from the CT side. No upgraded pistols just yet. Or was that retrieved? Yeah, it was, I believe. So T side not having to invest into the most expensive gun of the AWP means their economy should be even stronger than it was before. But already 4 players here towards Banana going to be walking into Connor's crosshair.
Just going to go for the stack play, try and bait them out. Possibly try to play the mind games, make them think they have it on for the double banana push, then let them walk into the site and peek together as they do hold these close angles. Just try to complement each other on the crossfire here.
This is one of the silver linings of being an entry fragger. It's his first come, first serve for the eco frags. Connor right now just waiting for the CTs to peek, and the timing there is so unfortunate. Gets one, but eventually gets traded out. Boaster and Lazar find kills. It's just going to be Aaron, and now make it MCK last alive towards that A side. 4 players staying alive right now for the T side means their money is going to build off of this round, and hopefully, in case Infused try and string 1 or 2 together, they can still buy out through the rest of the half.
Yeah, give themselves enough buffer to play with as they continue on. exceL just need to actually string these rounds together. Obviously, it was quite sloppy in the first couple of rounds, but now they finally grabbed a few.
Get your boasties. Anyway, it's going to be 5-3, Jack. And another buy coming in as well. So Fry1 did get dropped the AWP. We are, oh, wow, okay, so I've just realized this, right? Red Snake has no Kevlar and he's invested 4,150 into the round, so they really are banking on Fry1's AWP. Did they expect Laz to have one as well? Is Fry1 going to overextend and give away the first kill? No, he's not. Laz's AWP playing towards T-stairs. He's holding for a peek towards middle from Fry1. We've seen so much presence so far towards towards Arch from Fry1. But anyway, it's going to be Aaron now getting aggressive towards apartments. Finds the first. It's the 4 versus 5 now. Both trying to equalize the number.
That's the thing. Infused actually switching up a bit now. Once again going for the tempo plays. Gain the early map control. This is what they need to do. They can't sit back and allow the push to come towards them. They have to actively force out the round.
Yeah. I feel like if Fry1 took his AWP towards Banana, he could find maybe a free kill onto Connor. He's been jiggle peeking that angle. He's actually jiggle peeking it right now, so that could have been a free kill. That's one of the issues if you constantly show your presence with the up towards one side of the map.
Found the bomb around there quite wildly as Lazar, but no one's playing close towards Apps to hear what's going on, so they don't know it could be a late round A burst.
Oh, so close onto Red Snake. One of the issues here as well is the fact they're eventually going to be walking into the scope of Fry1. Oh, misses the shot again. Don't go for the repeat, please! Gives away the kill. It's going to be the 4 versus 4. Now let's see MCK and Aaron alive on this site. But actually, no commitment just yet from exceL. I actually thought they were going to commit off that one. I'm making steps towards Arch. Look, Aaron's trying to adjust for that.
Aaron gets flashbanged out, so he can try and go for the peak, but the timing really isn't going to work for him. They just smoke it off and back off. Just massive mind games being brought to the table right now. But the double peak came out towards Banana. Red Snake will get the first frag, but Trials falls, meaning that this push could overwhelm. He tries to play around the smoke, those nods. This could be genius as he finds that opening kill. Charges straight through, though the overconfidence from Infused is their biggest downfall.
Oh, shame that to give that kill away. It's going to be the 2 versus 2 now. No kits in the CTs. This retake has to be hard and fast. No utility as well for the T side, so fairly evenly matched here. Let's see how good these afterplants are going to be right now from the T side.
And the 2 versus 2, they have no utility really to aid them, though. It all has to be just off the back of their raw skill. They have no tactical advantage into the round, and Boaster has the drop on them as he slowly tiptoes behind. He being so stealthy, Boaster could single-handedly shut down the round now as he gets right behind, ready to try and strike. He has the trigger discipline as well. This could be such a huge spray down. They might get one, but Boaster returns with one. Just waiting as Aaron tries to bait him out with a bomb plant. Aaron's just going to be holding now, waiting for him to pick round, but Boaster could win this out. All he has to do is just play the mind games, force Aaron to lose the round.
Why?
That peaks!
Why command? Oh, he's won it. He's won it. The 10-second timer went off. He's won it. He realized he had no kit. For a minute there, I was judging why he would go for the full commitment there. You just jiggle peek, you find out that he's off the bomb, and there you go, you've won it. Boasters fans, they're happy as always. Who's that? Is that Ross talking?
That's Ross,
about?
yeah.
He's saying something I quite like. He said they're only winning rounds off of the back of our mistakes, right? In a sense of, if we push and give away the early kill and it's a 5 versus 4, Infused are taking those rounds. If they play it properly and play their own game, that's one of the issues so far for exceL, I believe, is that they constantly... Well, maybe we'll talk about that in just a second. I will eventually go down, but the point I was making is the fact that we see exceL constantly trying to read their opponents instead of trying to fix their own issues.
That's the sort of the lifeline that Infused had into this round as well. Big investment with Fry there, obviously had the AWP, charges in, gets taken down. Early opener coming out. It's not really going to favour them too much into this round. The aggression coming through though, Connor once again trying to get these entry frags, but Trials doing what he does best as he cooks up a storm towards top banana.
Surely not again. It's going to be the 4 versus 4, and Connor gives away the first kill. Boaster scared there to go for the trade. And that paranoia, that fear, may come back to haunt him. It's going to be 6-3 right now, the 3-round advantage for exceL as we go into round number 10. 4 AK still left alive, and only upgraded pistols right now for the CT side. The AWP went down early as Lazar found the first kill. Let's see what they can do now versus these pistols. It's going to be the 2-2 defense coming up from the CT side as they split to each side. Oh my goodness, the fadeaway. You saw the bomb as well. Bombers dropped towards banana. They have the man advantage, and they saw exceL falling back banana, going back towards the A site.
They know exactly what's going on. They know where the bomb is situated towards, and they know how to counter this now as they are set up towards that A bomb site. They're going to go for the double face though towards quad. They could give this one away. Aaron needs to land the deagle, but they actually do it with the timing, but it doesn't work. Lazar flicks round, finds the headshot so swiftly as they now got the 3-man push. They get him for the backline as well. Mick has to try and hunker down somewhere, get the drop on the opposition, but he gets spotted out by Jacob. He does land the tag, getting him on 16 HP. But Infused, they've let this one slip away now, Snods. It's going to be such an awful retake. They've only got 1 rifle and a smoke.
No kit as well as the bomb is planted. Trials coming in through mid. Red Snake already towards Arch. Smoke off towards Mini though, so can't really try and find a frag just yet. Jacob is low HP, but he's playing the headshot angle now towards Pit, so his HP doesn't really pay too much of a factor. Red Snake going to be picking up the AWP from Fry's dead body, and that's going to be the save once again from Infused. 7-3 now as expected. A strong T side come out from exceL. One of the biggest issues exceL have right now is that CT sides are lackluster, and that's an understatement.
The same can definitely be said for Team Infused, though.
Yeah, it's showing right now.
Yeah, this is the thing. Maps like Inferno as well, you kind of do sort of look towards exceL and think they should be able to pick this one up. As long as they play their own game and don't get locked into any weird mental factors, they should be able to close it out. And you can see the cogs are turning from right now. They know how to counter this. It's not really working. Infused starting to slow down, but they do go for the pause. I like this. You can try and take a bit of a moment out, try and work out what you want to adjust. Obviously, they have the time now to talk to Neil, see what he wants to input, speak to James as well with Red Snake, and try and see how they switch it up.
Yeah, I like the point you made, things going in their head, right? The pressure. Obviously, before, when they came into the Elite Series, they had no pressure on this lineup. They played with Echoes in the first week. They got absolutely battered by MBS Academy, I believe it was. And then they thought, okay, we're going to sub in Trials, bring our very inexperienced sub out, and just play with no pressure. And right now, they're 1 game away. They can see it in the distance, the fact that they're making top 4. And actually, there's a £10,000 difference between 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
If they win this map, they all get £2,000 extra in the bank. And is that going to be too much of a factor on their shoulders? Is that going to make them play scared? I've already seen some scared players come up from Boaster and co towards Banana. Let's see if that's going to flip onto Infused as well. And it might just be a simple scenario where Infused play very scared and timid on the first map, and then once it's all down to the wire and everything matters on Mirage, suddenly they step up.
It's true. Need to try and reinvigorate themselves, get the momentum flowing once again. They save that AWP, so they can give that back to Fry. That is going to be crucial. But the thing is, from Fry right now, we've seen him getting the odd opening frags here and there, but it's looking uncharacteristic of him. He's overextending. It's not really the sort of more passive player that we see that gets those late round impact.
It's like he's trying to force the issue, but finally going to take the AWP towards Banana. Actually, I think Luz has read this though. He has his AWP situated towards top car, and he has done just indeed. Holding for the boost, but the boost is actually further back there from Fry 1. They're trying to see if Connor will eventually walk into their scope. Oh my goodness, it's so close. Good HE as well is going to take off. 50 damage accumulated onto 2 players. Nevertheless, they're 125 on the clock. Bomb towards T-steps onto Lazar. It's going to be the AWP onto Fry 1, AWP onto Lazar, and then 4 rifles to finish off both buys.
Still slow round though. Not real decision making just yet, as they are going to try and work their way back through. Mix Boast into elevated angle as well, but has that support from Aaron as he plays anti-flash. Yeah, that's the issue right now, right? Is Boast going to throw that audacious pop flash from apartments to try to catch them off guard? Anyway, it's going to be a very standard default coming up from exceL right now.
2 towards Banana, 1 towards middle, 2 towards apartments. Just playing the map control style right now, trying to see if they can take the control of Banana, take control of middle, and then try and fake and try and feed some openings and some information off of those plays.
Trying to stoke the fire a little bit and see how it goes. Fry does go down though, Luzza lands the wallbang, and now they want to try and overwhelm towards quad peek out. Boastal with a beautiful shot as he rips his way through. Mick might get 2, but it's nowhere near enough right now as they're left with a man deficit. And that B bomb site is looking very juicy. A as well, just Red Snake as he's trapped towards it. It seems like they are going to resituate their attack and walk their way straight in.
Yes, the Molotov, but look where he's playing. He's playing towards the single box. This is a one and done position, Jack. He should get 1 kill, then go down. He's not playing in a scenario where he can get multiple kills. They're going to check it. No, they're not, though. Connor chokes it out. And now Red Snake finds 1, tries to go for the second, but eventually will be traded out by Lazar. It's going to be Trials last alive across the map as well. Has the kit, decent utility, but 40 HP.
40 HP. Could be the bane of his existence right now, Snods. He does have the skill in these sort of scenarios. We've seen him picking up clutch rounds before. Even though he's inexperienced in this environment, he seems to get his composure and the hype off of these plays. Knows how to try and lock it down, but it's going to be so awkward. Jacob and Lazar play complementing angles as they just hold back, try and lock down. Gives the game away early as well as he now peeks out. Maybe the pressure got to him there, and he will fall to Jacob. Neelam frustrated, and you can hear Boaster starting to get himself fired up once again.
So, round number 12 now. They do enough money to fire into this one, though. A big 4-5 round loss bonus stacked up for Infused, as they are going to be granted $3,400 after each round, even if they do lose it. 4 rifles again, the AWP onto Red Snake this time. Obviously, Fry 1's AWP hasn't really been seeing too much success. They're going to be switching in that one up. And actually, Red Snake will be AWPing towards the B-bomb side. Trials as well is going to be accompanying him. And just playing the deeper angle. This is what I wanted to see. He's holding for a push towards Banana. He's not going to overface and give away the kill. This is where he could have exploited Connor's aggression earlier on in the half. MCK finds the first towards apartments. Once again, the aggression does merit the first kill.
We've seen that as well. This double push towards apps we saw in the past, it's so easy for them. exceL never seem ready for it when they've gone for it. They've been able to get that distracting frag every time and fall back and then just play more of a slower style as CS.
Yeah, one of the issues with going for that push, though, is the fact that usually in the T side, you're supposed to go towards T apartments, go on the bridge, and then spam that, so that can't ever happen. And you can see right now, who is that number 7? Oh, no, actually. Yeah, Jacob, sorry. Jacob was actually spamming it there afterwards, so that's really what you're supposed to be doing at the start of the round to deny the push, but obviously, going to be spamming that one too late. Bomb towards middle just again. It's going to be the 1-man advantage now for Infused. Ross, the coach, said in the pause, don't give them the advantage. It's the only way they find rounds. Let's see if that statement is true.
Going to go for this classic play once again. It's the B attack with Jacob with a lurk towards A. He's got in there early to try and play with them a little bit. Seeds of doubt in their mind. They're unsure if it is going to be a commitment towards A or what is going on. But now all of that noise being made towards top Banana as they're getting ready to storm their way through. The nade soaring through the skies as they set that B-bomb site ablaze. Red Snake misses as well with the opening shot. But Trials in the elevated angle as he's punched up. Should have been huge into the round. But Connor starts to get the engine flowing as he finds the double kill. Massive amounts of damage being dealt by Connor there.
Steps on top of the barrels as well and peers over that CT smoke and finds a third for himself. A massive 3k entry there from the star entry fragger from exceL. Let's see what they can do now. It's going to be the 2 versus 2. Somehow, some way, this is actually equalized.
They've traded back. They're looking good into the round, but Mick is so low. They have to try and get the angle advantage as well. And Boaster playing up close by Jenny. He's ready for this push to come through. Lazar has the complementary angle as well. They fakes out. They might go trade for trade, but they're still in an awkward spot. Fry has no kit. He has to force the face right now. And Lazar's ready for it. He peeks towards him, and you can see unsure of what more he could have done.
9-3. A 6-round advantage now for the T side of exceL. Is this now a big enough buffer when they flip over to their CT side? The minimum they can get here is 9-6. This third kill as well, look at that, just whips it around. Got the kill towards CT, a massive 3k entry. And imagine if he just got 2 kills there and it was a 3 versus 2, that still could have been around there for Infused. We spoke about it in the pre-face before this one, Jack, that Connor had to step up on the T side especially.
Connor was always known for just being this incredible rifler, right? He made a name for himself online at the time where he wasn't as smart tactically, but he was unreal in terms of his raw potential. And he got sort of molded into this player now that knows how to play CS to a great pedigree, but also still has that aim potential. But it wasn't really showing up. It's sort of been lackluster if it has come to fruition throughout the Elite Series, but today, starting to do damage again.
You can see Jacob now with the bomb towards T apartments, just spamming away. And actually, he's denying the push. That's actually got Infused 2 kills so far in this half. When Dansky playing aggressive. So much confidence now for the exceL side on their T side. They've won the clutches. They've won the early portions of this first half. 9-3, as at the 6-round advantage. The best scoreline Infused can hope for now is a 9-6 scoreline. They need that second half pistol.
They do indeed. And they are going to be trying to go for this A attack. They find the opening frag towards Aaron. This time there's no Mick there to try and support him. Mick playing a little bit further back. Will eventually find that one kill though. Trades it on towards Windansky, so they lose their supporting player.
4 versus 4. But of course, this scenario favors the T side, especially now that Jacob one is on Fry 1, but somehow, some way, he connects the headshot. It's going to be the play towards B, and all they've got left here is pistols.
They were ready to send Fry off to the Burns wall, but instead he sends them down to the morgue as he finds that headshot. Connor gets ready to push through the smoke as well, but the tags come through. Trials is low. You can see him forced to retreat right now. He's a little bit spooked as Almas even connect that one. So they are going to be backing off. They have a little bit of utility, but that's all of it now expunged as the flashbang goes out. The peak comes round as well. Connor gets the drop on both from Connor with the double kill. They storm in. They make a mockery out of this defense, and Mick is forced to save.
Awful plays they're coming from. Red Snake and Trials towards the B-bomb site. 20 seconds left. They have to push you. You're playing the overextended angles. You give away the 2 early kills. And there you have it. The bomb site given for free with only 19 seconds left. I mean, they're forced to tunnel through that B-banana position if you just had a good crossfire. If you're boosted up onto second oranges in that scenario. They didn't even smoke towards Ruin. You could have even played towards the coffins and played the headshot angle. Or crouched behind the headshot angle and played a crossfire with second oranges as well. So many options there for Red Snake and Trials to hold on to that one.
This looks like right now, because of the buffer that exceL have already grabbed, Infused are really starting to panic. They're starting to get in this situation where you can see misplays coming out, overextensions, just things that normally wouldn't occur with these players. I mean, Aaron, people like that have been there for so many years, you don't expect them to start to show the side of them where they are actually quite panicked.
So, if exceL 2-0 Infused, they win on the head-to-head, I believe. And that means exceL would have to go, well, exceL would go through to the playoffs as long as Endpoint don't 2-0 Reason.
Yeah.
So if Endpoint go 1-1 or 0-2, and exceL win this map in the next one, they will be top 4 and a massive underdog story because only last week they were fighting for last place.
It's true. Trying to grab that wooden spoon so you would actually collect it between them and Reason. But right now, it's all to play for, so that's what makes this match so hot and so spicy.
4 AKs on the AWP once again for the T side. No AWP right now into Fry's hands. It's going to be the 3 UMP setup right now. FAMAS as well onto Aaron, and a lack of utility as well across the board for the CT side, and the Kalashnikov saved in the last round by MCK. Penultimate round here, round number 14 with 1 minute 15 left on the clock, and the bomb again towards T-steps. So they've had success towards B and A now. That's exceL. And Infused, I don't think they've even won a buy round just yet. They won the 3 force buys.
Yeah, it was the reset rounds that we saw them win.
As soon as these 4 buys came into fruition, they've struggled.
Look at this though, Mick will play close by the barrel with the support of Aaron trying to find these trades, but they take it slow. Aaron will eventually find one. Frank's actually Mick got the double kill as he trades out, but Connor responds so epically as he just finds that double kill.
And now it's Trials alone towards the B-bomb site. Red Snake going to be rotating in through CT, and Fry 1 panicking, expecting the impending push to come up through quad and apartments. Bomb dropped again towards top mid. 30 seconds left on the clock there now. Luz has grenades to sell the fake. They have to be fast here. Look at Red Snake. He's going back towards B as well. It's all down to Fry 1 and his UMP. He has no counter grenades as well. 20 seconds left. He has to go huge.
They're still using utility towards that big bomb site as well. Everything got thrown out because they're so certain it is the push. Finally, Fry will alert them what's going on, but he didn't even find the single frag. He needed to try and basically get 2 there to buy them the time to rotate over. It's going to be the late retake coming through. Red Take is storming in as he's got his running shoes on. Will arrive on the scene of the crime, but Trials is miles away.
Red Take for the retake. Let's see what we can do. Let's give the man advantage right now for exceL on the T side as they have good off the plant positions, and the bomb ticking away.
Red Take trying to live up to his name there, Stance, as he wants to try and do some damage. He's going to peek out, though. Trying to find the frags. Actually, Trials will claim 1.
Oh my goodness.
Ripped away as well. They could possibly get the second here, but he's got to force to reload. Peeks through. Connor is so low, but he's just toying with him. Wasting time when Windansky's going to strike as well. Unfortunately, Red Snake will be looking more like Dead Snake into that round as he does go down. Infused. They really can't get it together.
11-3. My goodness. Final round here, round number 15. The buyer's going to come out with all they've got left in the bank. In their arsenal, it's going to be 2 UMPs. The Deagle there onto Red Snake, M4, and FAMAS onto MCK and Fry 1. And again, the same setup from exceL, time after time. The 4 AK setup with Luzza going to be warding the AWP. He's had so much success and the early kills so far into this half, but they haven't been kills where he's pushed. Every single time they're pushed into hit.
It's been those response frags off just playing the close angles. Connor, though, he's been consistently getting taken down by the CZ towards Banana. This time he wants to flip it on his head.
Exactly. Karma for what happened earlier. And then Molotov comes in towards Sandbag. Should be able to flush out Red Snake. Oh, is he able to see him through the smoke? I don't think he is. Push comes in towards top banana. And Laz's AWP will find it again as another player just walks into Laz's scope.
They might be playing towards top banana stance, but they're certainly not the top dogs, as they let it slip every time. They cannot get a grasp onto these rounds.
2-man advantage now to the final round for exceL. It's looking like 12-3, and if Infused concede that second pistol, we could easily be seeing a very fast first game here in the final week of regulation in the Elite Series. Anyway, it's going to be Trials, MCK, and Fry1. Let's see what they can do towards the A site, though. Just Fry1 and MCK towards the site and Arch. Lazar again trying to see if he can get the first kill, but you can see he's peeking out now. They have the advantage, but so many times people have just walked into a scope, and poor and undisciplined plays have really been the downfall for Infused so far on their CT half.
Trials need to start rotating as well, try and push for information here, clear out those angles, because they know this is a straight up take towards the site. There's only 30 seconds left, there's no shenanigans going on. Fry falls as his angle sure can be good, but not if you peek from the opposite side. And the frags just go their way so swiftly. It's a 12-3 half.
Yep.
Would you believe it's exceL that are the ones in the lead?
You would believe it's exceL. The reason being is it's the terrorist side.
Yeah, it's true. This is where they have been showing up. I mean, they've struggled, right? They're a team that actually were pretty high up the sort of rankings if you look at the standards of the UK teams towards the start of the series, or the Elite
third,
series.
fourth.
Yeah. But then they just really started to let it slip, sort of massive online shake-up.
Online was awful from them. I mean, Carson in the Premiership and UK Masters, they were playing redundant CS. I mean, so far in the Elite Series, when they've played Mirage, they've only been able to get, on aggregate, 3 rounds on their CT side per game. Now, obviously, yes, they only need 4 more to close this one out, and hopefully they don't have a bit of a mare on their CT side.
And that's the thing, right? Coming into it as well, we thought maybe there's actually a lot of potential for them. That first week, they took a 1-1 against Method. Method at the time being the strongest UK lineup.
And that's the thing. We saw the same with Reason Gaming as well. They went 1-1 versus... what was it? 1-1 versus Epsilon.
Yeah.
And then from there, for a reason, I don't think they even picked up a map from that. So obviously, you're looking at the first week, now we're into the final one. Let's see, Infused. They need this pistol if they want a chance of taking this one. Aggression towards middle now from the CT side. Could they catch these T players coming back towards T steps?
Oh, this could actually be massive. He spots out the gun barrel of Mick. Doesn't really have to trigger discipline. He just fires away wildly, but eventually gets one frag and gets out of there. Somehow he gets away scot-free.
Bit of a crumble there from Lazar towards middle, but eventually he has his composure, lines that headshot to Fry1. Let's give the Mantis advantage for Infused now as we go into the second pistol. Let's see. Kit onto Windansky in 2 flashes. I said in the last half where Red Snake should have really bought the kit there and double flashbang instead of buying that smoke grenade. Didn't really have too much use towards that B-bomb site. Bomb is still towards T apartment, so if they want to, Infuse could sell the fake kit towards... Hey, who is that? It's going to be Aaron and MCK. Trials and Red Snake have the utility. It's only 2 sets of Kevlar. Whoa. Why has Aaron got no Kevlar? Did he use grenades earlier on? Has he bought yet? He hasn't bought.
Aaron's still got $800.
Oh my goodness. So the only person with Kevlar right now is Mick. This isn't going to be good. As soon as they push in towards this B-bomb site, all it takes is the aim punch from the body shots from the USBs, and that should really spell the end here. Make it 13-3, and from there, the mono be broke on the side of Infuse. It's looking like a very first map here.
That's the thing. They're going to try and double face together, try and entry first. If he gets tagged by them, he's going to go down immediately. He won't be able to respond and find a frag. He will just be completely out of the round. Right now, though, they are getting tags out. Red Snake will find that headshot over towards Connor. Boaster friends on the back line, though. Finds one, finds 2. Boaster hungry for the triple kill, but he was forced to reload, ran out of ammunition, and was struggling to get the clip in time.
Bomb being planted now towards first orange as the retake begins. It's going to be no kit right now, but the kit was dropped towards the B-bomb site, so it's not really too much of a cause for concern here for the CT side. Kits as well, and no kits right now for the T side. Low HP as well for these 2 players. Let's see what they can do.
Aaron can have these cheeky faces, and he will find the head of Lazar, pops it away. It's just Jacob left. All the hopes and dreams of them lies on this one man. He finds that tasty little tap away towards Red Snakes. He just taps, but Aaron faces, knew that he could just play how he wanted to. It was so calm for him there. Just had to wait for the push to come towards him. Swings wide, hits Jacob with the right hook, and he goes down.
I really thought Infuse were going to take that one, to be honest. It's a 2 versus 2. Aaron's on 30 HP. Red Snake's on 30 HP as well. You saw 2 bullets from that USP towards the shoulder. It was all it took to take him down. So somehow, some way, they prevailed. Then it's going to be 4-12 now, but a big difference in terms of the rounds. It's going to be an 8-round disadvantage right now for Infuse on their T side as they are playing versus the EQ come out for exceL. They have an 8-round buffer here, Jack. So I think they're going to go for the double save. The reason being is they want potentially double op set up towards their CT side defense, and they want full utility and kits.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and concede around if they want to get any later on as this game progresses. Infused, though, not really anything too substantial in the bank. It's only 4 rounds, so even if they do go on to win both of these as you expect, and this one being played heavily like a scout round as well, you've got all the SMGs just build up cash, it's still not going to be that noticeable. exeL won't be panicking.
There's a few issues here for Infused, potentially. Obviously, not having the AK or Galils means if they do go through Arch, try and peek towards Pit, the long-range duels, having a UMP at long range thinks 8 bullets if someone's got Kevlar, but luckily for Infused, no one on exeL has bought armor. Another issue as well could be if they go into the first buy and they carry forward 3 or 4 UMPs, that could be detrimental to the T side.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they actually decide to rebuy after this, depending on how many casualties pick up. Jacob plays around the smoke, though, as he goes for the contact pick, but runs straight into a point-blank bullet coming out the end of Red Snake's barrel as he will fall. That's unfortunate for him. They've also got control of A, but they don't clear the sight nodes. They're running straight in towards a stack. This could force a lot of economy out of their bank.
They have no idea what they're walking into. Jack, what can Connor do now towards CT? They get the first kill, but gets a reply kill.
There's Connor as well trying to come in with one, eventually finds the dink as he takes down Red Snake, but Mick and Trials respond. The nade goes soaring through the sky as well to try to blow him out the server, and Aaron will send Boaster packing.
That could have been detrimental there for Infused. Going towards the stack, towards the B side, the exeL plan from the very beginning. Anyway, round number 18 now, as the score's going to be 5-12, a 7-round advantage for exeL, and they're going to be ecoing this one again. You can see 3,000 onto 4 players right now for the CT side, so if they wanted to, they could even bring out 4 ops into that first buy, and that's really a testament to how strong their economy is going to be on that first buy. For Infused, only losing 2 players, and those 2 remaining players that did die are going to be reinvesting into Kevlar, utility, and UMP. So once again, the 5 SMG setup right now coming from Infused, and the full eco versus exeL, so they need to stack up as much cash as possible. An error that could happen, though, into the next round, I already brought up in the previous one, is what happens if they have 4 UMPs alive? Are they going to go for 2 AKs, 3 UMPs? Are they just going to simply throw away all of those UMPs, reinvest fully into AKs, because they're in such a big detriment right now, they can't take risks.
That's the thing, right? Normally you'd see them just stick to those weapons. We say that makes sense.
If this was like cash. If this was like 9-7 or 10-8 to them or something, but this difference right now, the stark contrast in rounds means they can't really be risking a UMP buy.
exeL would have 13 rounds in the bank instantly off that reset. Sure, Infused can really buy, but if they let that one slip, they're almost at match points. They just cannot really run the risk. The early tag comes through as well. They do get information, so this forces the hand of exeL.
Trials all the way towards Paul. That's the information he needs. Aaron gets stinked up, but luckily for him, MCK is going to be his hitman's bodyguard and save him there.
They try and play together as that nice little combo mate as they do back off. Which one's Samuel Jackson?
The hitman.
No, I meant out of Aaron and Mick.
Oh, right. Aaron, probably.
Yeah, probably Aaron.
Yeah, probably Aaron. It's the no hair.
Ryan Reynolds, of course. Mick here as he holds the angle ready for the push to come towards him.
Anyway, Aaron and MCK holding off for the push towards Banana, but let's see if they're going to walk into the stacked Wonderland towards Banana.
Let's see if Mick can win this dead pool.
Ooh, you're giving it, mate.
As they are getting themselves ready. exeL, though, ready in the backline, essentially playing this very slow. Was hoping that Infused would exit together, but they play it very smart. Everyone going to exit all the way back through, rotate off. They have the timing, go towards Speedway, no casualties.
This is the scenario I painted. It's the 5 UMPs. Are they going to go for a rush towards Banana with these SMGs? Are they going to go for a fast apps burst? That could definitely work. Anyway, it's going to be round number 19 now. 6-12 is going to be the scoreline. Infused are still in that 6-round deficit, and they're currently facing a tough choice. Do you disregard these UMPs and buy the AKs? Already one's gone. Fry 1 going to be wielding the Kalashnikov. MCK joins him. So look, Charles as well. So it's going to be the 3 AK buy, as they pretty much wasted the UMPs there. But nevertheless, the buy is still strong onto both sides. Orp onto Lazar, Orp onto Lazar, Kevlar, but no utility for him. Goes to the peak. Ooh, gets flashed off the angle. Almost found the kill there onto Red Snake. Trials gets tagged up there towards Banana and might be exposed.
Connor, the deep aggression, will find the flick, second-guessed himself a bit, but eventually does take down Trials. Always having a feud towards Banana, it seems, these two.
1-man advantage now for exeL on their CT side. It looked good for them on the buy rounds, and the T side is looking like that's carried forward into the second half. Momentum has been kept in their favor. Infused unable to pick up a single buy round on their CT side. Smoke comes in towards Archway. They're going to have control of mid now. As you can see how passive exeL are playing. They have the man advantage. They have no reason to throw this one away. And a rule of thumb as well for your CT side defense was Inferno. If you are playing towards quad and arch, as soon as your 2 or 3 smokes fade towards middle, always fall back.
Molly comes in. They were trying to go for the boost play to get the contact face, try and find that opening shot, but the Molotov just completely cancels it out. And they know about it now as well, so they don't really want to reattempt that one of them play. They're actually going to go for it again. Surely this angle was being covered.
You would hope so, but actually Jacob and Co just playing so passive towards Pit. When Dansky can have the cover, the shroud from the boxes. Oh, Jacob eventually will go down. It's going to be this 4 versus 4 now as the Salt comes in towards A.
Mick just playing KZ as he runs in towards the side, jumping all over the place. Boaster will retaliate from the elevated angle as he is perched up on a pedestal. And he lives up to that as well. Finds a couple of nice frags. Windansky and Connor will close it out. 13 rounds, Nods. They're so close to just dealing with Team Infused, kicking them out the door and locking it behind them.
Round number 20. Infused 10 away from winning this one in regulation. exceL only needing 3. Looking at the previous scores on the last half as well, it's looking like this one's definitely favoured right now for the CT side. It's going to be the 5 AK pile right now onto the T side. For exceL, they are going to be saving up 2 AKs from the last one. Cheer and Force as well, and the AWP once against the Lies are going to go for the same peak. Oh, I would have thought it'd be hitting that one. Going to be Molotoving as well towards mid, expecting the push, the trade frag potential to come out. Connor going for the same play did last time. And actually now they have control of Banana. They can leave Connor alone towards B. Oh, tested this KZ moment this morning. But he can just jump spot towards Banana if he wants to. They have all the information they need. Windansky's going to rotate back towards Arch. So now they're going to have the 1-4 set of run out, 1 player towards B. He has early information as well in case the eventual attack does come back towards that B-bomb site. Let's see, the bomb towards T-stairs, 1 minute 10 left on the clock. So far so good from exceL as they're winning the map control war.
Seems like we'll go for that late round quad burst as well. But there's no real active defense. They are playing quite far back just towards Pit, and then a 2-player setup on the sub. They all have rifles. Luckily enough, Luzza rotated towards B, or it could have been fairly awkward to actually hold this off.
Potentially. Connor playing towards Speedway. The reason he's doing this now is he can hold the push up through archery, playing the off angle, and he's a closer rotation towards B. Smart plays are coming out from exceL. It's a strong defense towards the A site. Now it begins. Fry 1 towards apartments. The remainder players as well through quad. They need to get the early kill here.
Yeah, Red Snake's going to be trapped between a rock and a hard place, and I don't think he likes his odds as he will try and flashbang push through, but surely they should find these frags very easily. They actually do struggle. The trades come back in, but there you go. Connor will connect the shot towards Aaron. They're going to be furious about this. They have to try and go for the all-out aggression play towards quad. They try and flood in towards the bomb site, but they're getting locked down. The valves have been closed. They've shut it down. The floodgates have been tapered off, and Connor will find that final frag. So Infused still just letting these rounds trickle out of their grasp. It's nothing from them at all. You think about how much emotion we normally see from Infused. Just constantly Neil screaming this, screaming that, trying to get them hyped up.
That's when they're winning.
Yeah, when they go somber like this, when they can't win rounds, it's just dead silence, head in hands, so disappointed, and there's nothing for them.
23 kills in the CT side right now from Connor after 21 rounds, averaging above a 1 KD per round. Let's see now. HEs go down towards Banana. Just do some tag damage there towards Strava. The flashbang comes in for the T side. Can they take control of Banana? And eventually B.
Seems like they might just try and go for the aggressive play. Shock and All-Star CS, see if that counters them. But Luzza's got the AWP. He will find the opening frag, but then has to reposition. Connor's in the back line as well. Will he rattle off through the smoke? Because they actually have gained that map control. Aaron finds the headshot with the Kalashnikov, but it's Windansky with a spray down from the sideline. They've got match point. They're 1 round away from closing this out. It'll be a 16-6 scoreline, and they could deny the chances of Infused making it to playoffs today.
Potentially, of course, the next map is Mirage, a map where Infused are very strong on. They beat Profecio and Mirage. They beat Endpoint and Mirage as well. So Infused are going to have to do it a 3rd time versus exceL if they want the chance of making top 4. Currently situated at 4th place on 8 points. They need the extra 1 to be safe. So Pete comes in from Luzza. Oh, spots the shoulder there from Red Snake and will take off his arm. It's going to be the 1-man advantage already for the CT side. A weak buy as well. That's what's left on Infused. Pistol, Deagle, UMP for Fry 1, Galil from MCK, and a full buy in terms of firepower, utility, and kits run out from the CT side. It's looking like a 16-6.
And that's the thing, if there was ever one round you want Luzza to actually connect that opening frag towards mid, it's going to be the final round of the half. Here is Luzza! Just his damage actually comes out big with a 3K. It's all left on Fry. He is going to have a try. As he runs out, we'll find that kill back towards most of the headshot as well on Luzza. He is not giving up yet. He is a mean machine as he storms in towards a bump site. Smoke goes down to try and extinguish the fire as he pushes straight through, but Jacob will get the better of him. They pick it up. exceL get the first map. Inferno goes their way in an incredible fashion. So dominant. Everyone is feeling it.